Good evening. I'm incredibly honored to introduce Kathleen Merrigan. Kathleen has undoubtedly accomplished a tremendous amount. She holds a PhD in environmental planning and policy from MIT and a master's of public affairs from the University of Texas. She has held ag policy positions at the FAO, Texas Department of Agriculture, the Massachusetts State Senate, and the Henry A. Wallace Institute for Alternative Medicine, or Alternative Agriculture. She was an administrator of the USDA Ag Marketing Services and on the U.S. Senate Ag Committee, and she served for 8 years as an assistant professor and director of the Ag, Food, and Environment graduate program at Tufts University. All of this before her current role as the Deputy Secretary at the United States Department of Agriculture, where she oversees a mere $150 billion budget. For many in this room, Kathleen is best known for shepherding through the national organic standards. She was once called the midwife of organic standards, and also for her groundbreaking cross-department work with Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food. But for other leaders looking to emulate Kathleen, you should pay close attention to what may become one of her most lasting and transformational impacts, which is enriching the minds of dozens of eager graduate students who are now out in the world replicating in small and large ways the lessons they learned from her about agriculture and food policy. From food and nutrition researchers at the most prestigious schools in the country, to the Clinton Global Initiative, to the FAO, to the local farmers markets in small town America, there are Americanistas everywhere. And so, Kathleen, I actually asked your colleagues and many of your past students for thoughts on what you meant to them. And a statement was repeated organically by many. And the one that came to the top was, I love what I do, and I owe much of that to Kathleen. And I just want to reiterate that statement on my part. I've thanked you many times that you've made a world of difference in my work, in my personal life, from spearheading USDA efforts in institutionalizing farm to school to making it so my organic fruits and vegetables actually make a difference in small town America and having an actual certification and meaning something. So for all of you, what's so amazing about Kathleen is even though she has this amazing resume and bio and all these achievements, and you'll soon see this in the video, is that she has this extraordinary capacity to care and nurture and mentor. And beyond that, she's also an amazing wife and mother and friend. And she has this over-the-top career impacting millions of acres and people. And it almost seems superhuman and it's intimidating. But somehow she manages to do it, and she honors the long view while operating extremely deftly at high speed in the micro-reactivity of the moment. And the best part for all of us is that she still has plenty to do. And there's many ideas that she hasn't even started on yet, which we're extremely grateful for. So let's just take a moment to look at Kathleen's work around the country.
Kathleen Merrigan has spent her entire career championing the rights of sustainable and organic farmers, both as a policymaker and an educator. Merrigan helped pen the 1990 law that recognized organic farming, and during the Clinton era, she helped develop the USDA's rules on what can be sold as organic food.
Let the world know that USDA is open for business in ways perhaps never before seen in helping support local and regional agriculture systems.
Today, as the USDA's Deputy Secretary of Agriculture, she oversees the agency's funding of public programs like nutrition assistance, food safety, rural development, and importantly, she spearheads a national conversation about agriculture.
Every family needs a farmer. Do you know yours?
The USDA's Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food program highlights a critical connection between farmers and consumers. when only 1% of the population is still connected to farms and ranches across our country, Merrigan is promoting much-needed agricultural literacy. Her ability to connect and engage with citizens at all points in our food system has made Kathleen Merrigan a meaningful ally for farmers and families alike.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating Kathleen Merrigan, 2012 James Beard Leadership Award winner.
Wowie kazowie. Forgive me, Wendell. So much depends on a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. It's not a Wendell Berry poem, it's William Carlos Williams, and it's something I memorized in school when I was young, probably because it was short. But probably somewhere deep in my heart was because I was from a rural community. My family, when they were able to buy their first home, I was in 3rd or 4th grade, and we moved next door to a farm. Mr. Roberts let us eat our way through his garden. And by the time I graduated from high school, that farm no longer existed. It had been sold for commercial development. And so that poem really stuck with me. And so it's really amazing to be introduced by Deb, who I so admire. In all the different challenges that we face and all the different opportunities I have as Deputy Secretary to lead in policy discussions, there's nothing more compelling to me than the challenge we face with the transition that we must somehow help take place in our working lands. With the average age of farmers now 59, a third of our farmers over the age of 65, we need young people more than ever to see American agriculture as their career, their mission, their passion. We need young people like Deb who say, I want ag policy to be my calling. And so as much as I am so excited and honored and joyful to be among so many friends and so many incredibly talented colleagues to celebrate what we have all done together in the past, I take this award and the incredible tribute from a foundation that I so admire as a new challenge, a new commitment at the forward path we all must follow. We have a lot of challenges before us, and none more than, again, that transition, talking about opportunity, talking about that red wheelbarrow that we all so much depend upon. Thank you very much.